Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Roundabout Podcast. I am your host, Austin Sudduth, and with me I have Michael Levine, Shane Nicemonger, and Hunter Brittle. No Tyler McClellan this week. He made a statement last week, I think, that he feels that I have been introing the names a certain way. I have been. Has anyone figured it out yet?
A certain way? Well, it's not alphabetical because I
assume it's you and then age.
It's not.
No, Shane's younger than me. It wouldn't be that.
Yeah, didn't he? Oh, he put you last.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know then.
Tyler comes last, and I am first.
Proximity,
I'm out.
proximity to Charlotte, North Carolina.
So it is, I have it spelt AMSHT. We am shit.
All right.
I thought about that the first time I did it subconsciously. And then the second time when I was bringing in Shane, I put him third. And I was just like, oh, we're am shit.
We am shit.
We're am shit.
What a happy little accident.
Yeah, everything we do from here on out will be an am shit order.
And that I feel like plays into a lot of what we do.
Real.
Speaking of names, I got a question for you guys.
Lay it on us.
Are we all pet owners here?
No, I do not own a pet.
Negative.
Well, great. What do you have a favorite non-traditional pet name?
Define non-traditional.
So my favorite scheme for pet names, and I came across it several years ago, and I have loved it. It's, for example, one that was like a cat named Dan from Human Resources. Because for me, it's a funny conversation of like, oh, I'm going home with Dan from Human Resources, and someone's like, I'm sorry, what? And you're like, it's my cat.
Oh, the full title?
Like the full title is Dan from Human Resources. Fantastic name for an animal, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like that works really well for cats.
Well, you get this dog. I mean, it's a turtle. If it's a turtle, I think it's even better. Like I got Greg from accounting I'm going home to, and they're like, you and Greg from accounting? There's no Greg from accounting. Like, we don't even have an accounting department. Why are you asking? But I feel like it could just lead to also like really great outs. Like, hey, do you want to come out this weekend? No, me and Steve from HR have something to do.
That would be a good.
That's
I guess
quality.
that's one way to get around the lying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not incorrect.
So it has been a naming scheme that I have loved. I haven't named any of my pets because I discovered this as a possibility in our universe after I got my two animals, and I guarantee you the next animal I get will probably have this naming scheme to their name.
Are you already thinking about what department they're being in?
I like HR, like I like human resources, because I feel like no one's gonna question it.
Everybody's got an HR, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, I gotta go hang out with Steve from HR. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, like no one's gonna be like, why are you hanging out with someone from HR? If I say from like accounting, people are like, what? Why? I feel like HR is like no one wants to question HR.
No, don't question HR. Why would you do that? Why would I ever?
Yeah, I feel like you just, if you make it a female, though, you're leading into the whole cold play situation. Everybody's going to assume you're just having an affair.
Right. But that's for them to figure out.
No, that's fair. My favorite has been our cats, when we got them from the shelter, were already named. And we liked it. They were Thunder and Lightning. Everybody's probably seen them on our Extra Live stream. If you haven't, you can watch them on our Extra Live stream, November 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But one of the unintended consequences of this has been, now that we have a child, it was funny watching him get confused because he knew Thunder and Lightning as a cat. And then we started talking about Thunder and Lightning as weather. And he was so confused.
I can see that, yeah.
Like, thunder would happen outside and it would scare him. And we're like, it's okay, it's just thunder. And he looks at the cat and we're like, nope, not that one.
Yep, no, that thunder did that. The cat did that, yes.
So I've really enjoyed that, of like creating a confusing concept for a child.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that's
just diabolical.
Yeah. I don't do it as much because the wife doesn't like it. But I would totally be the dad from Calvin and Hobbes if I could, and just feed James completely false information all the time just because it sounds good.
That's a great comic. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Just because it'll teach him to check his sources. Like, don't believe everything you hear.
Right.
I thought that's what like the first 8 years of parenting was all about, like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny. Like we just lying to kids to make them
Well,
feel good.
Yeah, I mean, there's that, but then there's also just lying to them about, just everyday, like, hey, Dad, what's a planet? Just that kind of stuff.
What's a planet?
It's just a big rock.
It's a
flies in
big
space.
rock that I threw up into the sky one day, and it just didn't come down. Sometimes you can still see them.
I threw a red one time, and now NASA wants to learn more about it.
Right? I like that.
Yeah. So I don't do that as much as I would like, but I got to keep the wife happy too. So
Gotta keep the wife happy.
We had cats, like barn cats for the farm growing up, and me specifically, I would just name them after physical characteristics that they had. Like one time we got 2 cats.
So you're a say what you see kind of guy.
Quite literally, yes. Like we got 2 cats at one point. One was a gray puffy cat, and then one was a black cat with like brown lines on its back, and I called them Smoke and Streak, and that was their name.
Streak. That's a name.
Come here, Streak.
Shane, anything? Any naming conventions or any names you lean towards?
No, not really. I'm thinking about lying to children now. To confuse them. That's kind of evil the more I think about it.
Just keep telling them that you've 100%ed several games.
Yeah.
I have 100%ed several games.
Yeah, we're not talking about
Shane,
you.
Shane, yeah.
Talking about Shane.
Yeah, that's
Hang
Uncle
on, that's
Shane.
not fair because I did beat out, and Michael watched me complete Red Dead Redemption 2.
You get all the achievements?
I think so, but it's on Steam, not Xbox.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say he
That's a
didn't play it on
big game,
Xbox,
isn't it?
so that is a big game. Yeah, I watched him play it for many days,
I never finished it.
and I didn't even see all of it. I never played it, and so that was really weird. At one point, like I'm watching him, and then all of a sudden he's somebody different, and I was like, "What is going on? Like, who are you?" And he's like, yeah, the other guy died." I was so thrown for a loop, just like, it's like watching a streamer, but and they're doing like a story-based game, but you miss a couple days. That was totally what it was. But Shane wasn't he was just streaming it for me in Discord, and so I was totally lost.
I have the achievement complete Red Dead Redemption, but I have only gotten 24% of the achievement.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, then you haven't beat the game. You haven't completed the achievements.
All right, I'm a little bit off of my steal $250. I don't know if that really took from my experience in beating the game, but I guess.
But you see, there's beating the story of a game, and then there's 100%ing a game and getting all the achievements.
You haven't completed the game.
All right, well, this one seems a little difficult.
You beat the story.
Survive 18 bear attacks and kill the bear every time.
Yeah.
Is that consecutively?
Shoot the bear.
I bet Austin has that one.
I don't think I've seen a bear 18 times in that game.
You got to go bear hunting.
That's what makes it an achievement.
You gotta set the bait.
You ever seen a bear in real life?
A couple times, mainly on the highway.
They look like big dogs.
I've got a great story about one. So when I was 14, I want to say, myself, my dad, my granddad, a couple of my granddad's friends, we went up to northern New Mexico, just right on the state line for Colorado. We went up elk hunting up in the mountains. And one night, one of the guys shot an elk, but then we tried to track it and couldn't find it. So the next morning we got up, we went kind of back in the same area, keep hunting. And then nobody got anything. So kind of once it got, 10 o'clock or so, where you're not going to have any good hunting. They're bedding down for the day. We start tracking, trying to find it. And so we split up. I'm walking along this road up top. I think Rob, one of my granddad's best friends, was up there with me. My dad was on the other side of this kind of copse of trees from us. We didn't know that at the time, but that's where he was. At one point, myself, my granddad, and his 2 best friends, we all are on the road, and we see this bear. And it's kind of across this like kind of shallow ravine, right? Like it's deeper than a ditch. Like it's definitely probably a good 15 feet deep. But easily a bear could have run down and up the other side. So they've all got their guns still. I was too young, didn't have a gun, can't hunt till you're 16 or whatever. So they all drop, and they're like gun trained on this bear. And this bear's just sitting there, just hanging out watching us. Like, we have no idea how long he'd been watching us. And I'm standing behind him. And so my granddad starts yelling, "Bear." because we had a guide and we were hoping the guide would kind of tell us, like, you know, whether it was okay to shoot the bear or whatever. And he just starts yelling back, "What?" Guide's name was Doug. And we're yelling, "Bear." And he's just yelling back, "What?" And so finally, my granddad, you know, after not getting anything out of the guide, my granddad goes, "Michael, throw a rock at it." So I'll pick up, throw a rock, and I land it probably 3 feet away from the bear. And like the bear watched it the whole way, didn't move. and so they're like, "Throw another one." So I pick up another one and I throw it and I land it right at its feet. And they still, I guess, you know, the thought process probably was, well, if we get it mad and it charges us, then shooting it is just self-defense.
Yeah.
If we shoot it now, we don't have a tag for it, so we get in trouble. But if it starts to charge us, we can shoot the bear and it's just self-defense. Well, the bear just didn't care. Got up, turned around, wandered off into the trees. Unbeknownst to us, on the other side of that little band of trees was my dad.
Oh.
It took a turn somewhere. My dad never saw the bear. But come to find out, in the trees between us, that's where the elk was. The bear had been eating on the elk. So a little while later, we catch up with the guide. He was on the other side with my dad, tracking over on that side. He's like, "What were you calling me for?" And we're like, "Well, we saw a bear." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you were just calling my name," because his name was Doug Bear. And we didn't know that. We just knew him as Doug.
How would I know that?
Yeah, he thought we were just calling his name, and we were trying to tell him there was a bear, and he just wasn't getting it.
I like how there was no processing to think maybe I should say something other than just calling out bear. Like maybe I don't know, say there is a bear here.
I don't know, man.
Big murder puppy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and then I'm throwing rocks at the thing, you know.
I'm a little concerned about you being unarmed, throwing rocks at it with the intent of getting it to charge.
Well, there were 3 grown men, you know, kneeling in front of me with guns.
Were you not like, okay, from how I had the story pictured, the people with the firearm are looking at the bear. You're on the other side of the bear. So are you not in the...
No.
Okay.
They're in front of me. Like, they're kneeling in front of me. I'm standing behind them throwing the rocks over their heads.
Okay, I see. I thought you were away from the people with the gun.
Yeah, no. So as my granddad and his 2 best friends, we were there on the road on the other side of the little ravine from him. I still don't know that even with 3 grown men with firearms, I'm still not sure throwing rocks at the bear was a great idea. Especially, you know, once we thought about it later and realized that we had no idea where the other 2 people of our group were. And the fact that the bear took off walking in the direction my dad was and we didn't know it, that probably wasn't the smartest thing. But it sure as hell is a fun story. And my granddad and I still laugh about it.
Remember that, Michael? Remember that time we had you throw rocks at that bear?
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Like, we'll talk about hunting, and then all of a sudden we're talking about throwing rocks at bears.
See, I've never seen a bear in person, but I have seen and been under the water. I guess in the water. You want to be underwater. I don't know. Under the surface of the... I saw a shark while scuba diving.
Yep, okay.
That one was weird in a way that... So I'm in Mexico. It's my 18th birthday. It's just me and my dad. We go down to Mexico, and it's like, all right, what are we going to do? And I was like, well, I want to scuba dive. And this was... So I turned 18 during the swine flu epidemic that was happening, so no one was traveling to Mexico because no one understood what the swine flu was.
I remember.
And so everyone just panicked and was like, "Don't go to Mexico, you'll die." Like, there's plenty of other reasons why you'll die in Mexico. The swine flu, I'm not worried about. And so we go down and we're staying at an Omni hotel. We're one of 2 booked rooms at this hotel. No one else is there. And so we have this whole hotel to ourselves. Everything that is around is so discounted. I mean, the place we went to is essentially a tourist city. So 70% of the owners are all white men. So we found the hotel had a scuba dive training course that is a national recognized training course. And so I was like, cool, well, I'll go and do that. My dad couldn't do it because he had a stroke in the past 5 years. And I forget, there's if you've had a stroke, you can't go scuba diving. So he's out. So it's just me. The first day, it's just go into their pool, practice the safety things, like what happens if you lose your glasses, what happens if you lose the respirator, just all the motions. You learn basic underwater signals to signal to the rest of the party, you know, hey, I see something, or hey, I'm running low, all the safety stuff. The second day, you go out and you just kind of walk into the water and you just kind of do like a little bit of just right there off the beach practice. Day 3, they just take you out and drop you off. And I'm like, cool, great. Like, that's awesome. I'm 100% down for this. They drop us off and it's me and the scuba diver instructor and nobody else. Just one-on-one, which is great because we paid for a group class and I'm getting one-on-one attention. So it saved us like a fifth of the price. And we go down and they have like this cove to this place we were at. So the water is very calm, very blue. You can see for so far away. And he takes us down. We're probably 30 feet under the surface. And I look over and there's a bunch of fish. And it's like, man, this is amazing. Once in a lifetime experience. And then I look over to my right and there's probably about a 5-6 foot shark, probably 40 yards from us. And I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, what do we do? Like, there was in the pool, there was no, hey, big effing shark this way signal. It was, if you lose your mask, this is how you recover your mask. And so I'm looking at the guy thinking he's seen this shark or we're going to do something about it. And he's just moseying on by and he's like, hey, we're about to go down into this sandy area and we're going to practice our safety stuff underwater. And I'm like, there's a shark.
We're going to do this
right
in the vicinity of a shark.
Yeah, I don't want to practice recovering my glasses when there's a shark, wondering how easy it is going to be to take a bite out of me. But he just does not care. Like, I'm like, I like tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, that way. And he's like, yeah, he gave me a thumbs up. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, cool, great, shark. And so I just, all right, well, I'm going to put myself between me and this dude. So I let him swim out in front of me a little bit. I kind of goes back a little bit. He swims down to where he wants to do our exercises underwater. And I purposely like shimmied around him to where because the shark is just chilling. He's just having a good day. He's not looking for anything. He's just chilling. And so I'm like, I'm going to put my instructor between me and this shark while we go and do these exercises. And probably about halfway through it, the shark just like swam off. And I was just like, there was no, hey, in case of emergency, or hey, in case there is something that could potentially kill you, this is what we're going to do. And so we got back and he was like, how was it? Like, well, I think I peed myself, but other than that, it was fun. What do you do in that situation? Like, I'm not going to defend myself. You gave me nothing to defend myself with. I didn't come out here with a harpoon or something. Just shark.
Just punch it in the nose, right?
It's like running away from a bear. Just be faster than the other person.
Yeah, he's a trained scuba instructor. I think he has me beat.
Well, swim fast, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, punch it in the nose. That's what they say too. You could do that, I guess, if it comes to it.
Just panic. Everything will be all right. Freak out. Scare the shark.
Yeah, no, I think I scared him off with my, hey, do you want to see what I do if I lose my respirator underwater?
So I'm curious, right? I was the other day I was at Walmart, and nearly everyone, most females included, were wearing a hat, and as was I, and my wife. My wife had her Baylor hat on, and it got me thinking: is there another like indoor place where people predominantly wear hats? Like, is Walmart like
sporting events, baseball games?
Well, yeah, like I think like outside of sports games, right? Like that's, you're inside, but you're kind of outside. There's grass in the building, right? Like I don't know. That feels cheating. That's a hybrid kind of thing. But like non-sporting events, right? Like you're not at a sporting event where it would be, normal. Just everyday life, like Walmart, I assume, is because none of us, like, I was in sweats. I think my wife was in yoga pants. Like, we're super dressed down. Like, so nobody wants to do their hair, just throw it in a hat, right? Like, is there another place where people just, like, predominantly wear hats like that?
Adult toy store.
Okay.
If I'm going into one of those, I'm wearing a ski mask. Like
Exactly. Well, I mean, you go into an adult toy store or video store and you're like, I don't want to be recognized. What can I do to hide as much of my identification as possible? Baseball hat.
Other than work, I wear a hat everywhere. No place is off limits to wear a hat.
No, and I don't disagree, but there are a lot of places that I wear a hat that I just don't see a lot of other people wearing hats. Like I said, like, what struck me was that, like, almost every single person I saw in that Walmart, and it was a fairly busy morning. We were getting groceries that morning. Almost every single person was wearing a hat. Like everybody. I think maybe the only people, and I think there were even a couple of them, were employees. And I think even a couple of the employees were wearing hats. Like, it just was like, it was everybody. That's what got me thinking about it. Like, where else would you see outside of a sports game? Because I think that's kind of expected at a sports game, right? You get the funny hats even, like the Green Bay Packers. But, like, outside of a sporting event, like, where else would you see just, like, a tremendous amount of people, like the majority of people there wearing a hat?
the gym.
No.
The gym is a good one.
No.
Yeah.
I'm in the minority when I wear a hat in the gym.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
I will say I don't see a lot of women wearing hats in the gym, but I do see a lot of dudes wearing hats.
Well, because it's a lot of, like, don't bother
I also
me
haven't been
type thing. Like keeping the gaze down. Don't interrupt me in the middle of a set, or just don't interrupt me at all because I don't like talking to you.
What you got against the
Not that
gays?
I've been to a gym in like 6 years, but
I wouldn't wear a hat to the gym if it wasn't for the fact that I'm balding. But, yeah, I feel like a hat is
for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would not wear a hat at the gym if it felt like, yeah, my hair looked good enough to not wear a hat, but it's easier just to put on the hat.
Why wouldn't you wear a hat?
I find it very inconvenient, especially like doing bench press. Half the things I do at the gym, I would rather do without a hat, but
Well, the hat's not getting in the way of a bench press.
no, but like it's just more stuff there. Like, I don't know.
I'm not a big hat guy in general, partly because of Roundabout making me bald for 3 years. I found I do not like wearing a hat on bare skin. Like, I have to have hair. If I am truly bald, a hat for some reason just immediately is a no-go for me, which is weird because most of the bald men I know are like, hey, I'm wearing a hat all the time. I'm like, okay, I can't do it. I guess I have a sensory issue with the top of my head. But now that I have hair again, I found that the only place I actually wear a hat to is to people's houses. Like, I don't go out in public with a hat. I don't go to Walmart. I don't go. My first thought was maybe like a theater to your question. Like, people might wear hats to theaters, but then I thought about it. Me and Heather went to the movies the other day. No one was wearing a hat in there. So for me, it's just like, funny enough, I actually think scratch that. I would assume a sex shop because of that reason, only in like my town where everyone knows each other. Because no one wants to be recognized. No one wants to be like, oh, hey, it's Steve. Like, to me, that would be like, yeah.
From HR?
Yeah, Steve from HR. You're here. Me and my wife shop here, too.
That's why you go to the one in 3 counties over. You don't go to the one that's there in town. You don't go to
the one in town. But
you go 3 over.
It is odd to be in like a place like a public place like Walmart and everyone wears a hat, because I don't wear hats really in public. It's only whenever I go over to someone that I know's house, and then it's just like, I didn't shower that day, my hair's a mess, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't care if my hair's a mess at Walmart. I'm not going to interact with anyone there. I could know you, and I would probably still avoid you at Walmart because I'm in to get in and get out, and that's all I'm doing.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I think that's totally fair.
It's a way. I mean, there's kind of 2 different methods of thinking. what's the word I'm looking for here? Schools of thought. That's what schools of thought. There's two different schools of thought with hats. You're either wearing it as an accessory to make yourself look better, or you're wearing it functionally to avert or like avoid a gaze or block something out or something. So it would just depend on what you're going for. I wear hats now pretty much anytime I step out of the house because my hair is long and curly now, and I don't like how it looks on top of my head. I'd rather just have the redneck floof out the back. So hats are a big part of me just going anywhere at this point now.
Do we need to shave your head at Extra Life also?
No, we do not.
I mean, we could.
We could. I don't wanna.
How much do I have to pay?
We do need one more.
Yeah, what's your milestone marker?
$500 from a single donor.
$500 by a single donor?
Easy.
He said
Done.
You're
Mark it
smoked.
down. Yeah.
You're smoked.
No,
Yeah,
I will not be
Yeah.
shaving my
No,
head.
we have this on recording.
No, I'm taking it back.
We've already got
No.
that part. Nope,
You
we've already
can't.
got it recorded. We'll just cut out the whole take it back part and use it in advertising.
What if we hit 26,000?
No, I have worked incredibly hard
It'll grow back.
to get my hair to where it is.
Yeah,
It'll
it grows
grow
back. Trust me, I know.
Unless
I
it's
know it
mine, it'll
grows.
grow back.
I know.
And the great part about it is you don't have to try. It does it by itself.
I gave up my hair. I was forced to give up my hair when I went into the military, and I decided I will never do that again.
Yeah, but we're not forcing you. You're doing it for the kids.
Yeah, think of the kids.
Kind of feels like I'm being forced.
You did it for a lot less the last time.
Right.
Yeah, because that was funny. This time I'll just sit there looking angry. It won't be an enjoyable experience for anyone.
We will have enjoyment from it.
I don't know that you will. Guess I'm just,
You
All right,
don't.
well,
gonna be
You
angry.
don't
Funny to
know
see you
me.
angry.
It's all right. He has to, if he wants the record, he has to take at least 61 paintballs. So I'll
Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead.
give him that.
I'm doing that.
I'm just saying, getting shot with paintballs in your head shave is a lot less painful than getting shot with paintballs and wax at the same time.
Who said anything about getting waxed again?
What? Who?
When did that come up? Not do it.
What is going on?
Huh?
I don't like this. I'm being gaslit right now.
Hey, I had another question for you guys.
Lay it on us.
If you, well, how did I actually think? Okay, what is your invention you wish you could make that you think will make you a multimillionaire?
If I knew that answer,
Well,
I would have already
here's
done it.
Here's the thought behind this. It's not that I am gonna make something and become a millionaire. It's, is there something that I don't have the capability of making to where if I had that capability and I made it, it would make me money? Mine's a little far-fetched. Mine's sci-fi. But if I could make anything in the world, I want the tubes from Futurama that can carry people to places.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's effectively just bank teller tubes, though.
Yeah, it's
Pneumatic
it's
tubes.
pneumatic tubes, but for people, and that's what it is in Futurama. But I had the thought, like, that would be so nice to have that in my day to day, because for me and my family, we are not get up early people. We are every single morning. We need to leave the house by 8:30. We set an alarm at 7:30. My wife has 5 alarms going off between those times. And then it's 8:15 and we're all panicking because we've just slept in and now we're struggling to get out of bed. Whereas like a pneumatic tube that transport people, I don't have to really worry about it too much. Like, it's going to take me to my place of work instantly. Well, not instantly, but pretty close to instantly, without traffic, without having to stop. I don't have to carry keys. I don't have to take a car. It's just me and my stuff and I'm gone. Like, I wish I had that, because it goes back to an old thing we talked about years ago on this podcast about superpowers, and how, like, I want a superpower that makes me lazier, like teleportation, where it's just like I don't have to worry about getting somewhere on time. I'm just there. But if I had a tube that just went from my house to my job, even though it's 7 miles away, I can just hop into that and I'm gone and I don't have to worry about it. That would
Hang
be
on.
my multi-million-dollar thing I wish I could create. Except number one, I don't think the physics actually checks out on that, and
No.
that it's possible.
No, they don't.
But I wish I
I'm
could
sitting
make
here
it.
thinking about it. Like,
I wish I could make that. That's something I wish I could have.
I want to poke some more holes into this. Is this tube that's gonna make you a millionaire only to get from your house to work?
No, it's
Okay.
to be sold en masse. But for me, I would use it to get to work. Obviously, if I made $1 million, I wouldn't be going to work. But then I could just have it kind of like bus stops, basically. You don't have to take the bus
is this
anymore.
like a mass? Is this like a mass transit system then?
Kind of. But it's just like one person just hops in a tube and you're like, hey, I want to go here. And it takes you there.
So it's like replacing buses
Yeah, I'm trying to be eco-friendly.
by blowing air.
no, by
better
putting
than
plastic
gas.
tubes in the sky. He's trying to be eco-friendly
Yeah.
by putting plastic tubes in the sky.
Do you think that's going to cause more damage to our atmosphere than the gas from buses?
Would you be more likely to put them in the sky or in the ground? Like, would
Sky.
you? I guess let me change that. Would you be more likely to take it if it was in the sky or underground?
Sky. I want the scenic route. I don't want to just see dirt.
So what happens when you hit traffic in this magical tube? Do we all
There is
just
no
slow
traffic.
down?
They can't because
No?
it's always moving. Like just because someone is heavier or lighter, your body moves at the same speed that everyone else's does. So there is no slowdown. Someone can't slow it down because they are just a part of the moving system.
If you miss your exit, you miss your exit. You miss your exit.
Yeah, you gotta find the next tube that goes to your next destination.
This just sounds like Super Mario World. Basically, you just jump in a pipe.
Yeah, see, it's not a new concept. Mario did it. Futurama does it. Mario does it a little bit more magical because I don't think until it was like the Wii U that they actually had tubes that connected. It was all just like, hey, you go in this tube and you just magically appear over here. There was no actual detailed explanation on how it got there. But yeah, if I could make these tubes and sell them, that would be my invention I would want to create that I think would make me a multimillionaire.
Also, that's a great image, Shane, and I'll use that on the video feed because that is perfect.
If you look at the image, there's a stoplight right above the tube.
That's for the
Sure.
flying
Is that
cars.
for the air? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Flying cars. Okay, it's been a while.
How do you?
That would be funny though, because to have a stoplight in a tube, you'd have to stop the air, which means everybody like falls against the side of the tube.
Well, those things they're pneumatic, so wouldn't they operate on a vacuum? So there's no air, so you just couldn't breathe in them.
Are you reading the Reddit post too?
No, I'm being a free-thinking human being.
I assumed it was air pressure. I didn't think it was a vacuum. I thought it was high pressure.
This is what I was
I
reading.
don't know if they ever actually explain it in the show.
No, I don't
No,
think
because that would take the magic out of it. And why would you need to explain that?
Yeah.
It's future.
It's the future.
Let Matt Groening cook.
'Cause yeah, the other thing is, so like when you go to the bank teller, they actually have a suction which pulls it. The people in these tubes are free floating. It's not a suction based system. So that's why the pneumatic tube vacuum actually wouldn't have a problem with airflow because you have air moving all around you versus a suction based pneumatic tube.
Right. So what's your method of propulsion then?
I don't know. I can't create this. It's impossible to do. We're not. This isn't how do I make my invention real. This is if I had the means and the capability to do this, this is what I would create.
Okay. Don't poke holes in it.
This is somebody else's problem.
Yeah,
This is
right.
just his idea.
I poked the holes in it on intro of this thing of I can't do this, but it's this thing I wish I could create. I was wondering, is there anything that you wish you could create that you know would make you a multimillionaire, but you just don't have the capability to do it?
That's a tough one to throw me on the spot.
A golf ball that went to the hole every time.
I just want to make a new 3D Ultra mini golf game.
Ooh.
Why are both of yours golf specific?
Right, that was odd. I also like how Shane's was, I just want to cheat, and then Mike's was, I just want to relive an experience.
Yeah, I mean, but think about it, right? because like I don't think of like golf with your friends as the same kind of experience, right? Because it's a lot more like chaotic. Everybody goes at one time. Like I kind of want another like 3D Ultra Mini Golf, right? You take turns, you have power ups, you fuck over your friends, like that's when's the last good one of those? They're like they put out a second one and then delisted it, so you can't get it anymore if you never bought it in the first place. Like I want a good, like, aggressive turn-based mini golf game.
Isn't Golf It turn-based?
No, it's basically the same thing as Golf with Friends, if I remember correctly.
Mm,
Is Golf with Your Friends not turn-based?
no.
No, y'all go at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone's
'cause
going at the same
if
time.
you play it co-op, like me and some of my friends have, if you're all in the same room, you go one at a time.
Yeah, I guess if you're same screen, I could see
Yeah.
that. But like, I don't feel like
You can self-impose it.
yeah, but again, you still don't have the power ups like the lightning. Like, have you two ever, you young kids, have you ever played 3D Ultra Mini Golf?
No
not.
idea what you're
Youngins.
talking about.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're playing it at Extra Life.
Old.
We
Old.
played.
We played the
Old.
mess out of that game.
Old alert.
Yeah, we did. The first this is a great throwback for year 10 of Extra Life. We would absolutely do it. The first year of Extra Life, we played it for what, 4 hours, because we played literally every level in the game. If you go look at the highlight reel on our YouTube page of our old Extra Life exploits, there's a part where we're playing it when Red casually drops that he could be a NASA engineer. That's the game we're playing.
I forgot about that conversation.
Oh yeah, like Kenda, like
Lord.
it made Kenda start laughing so hard she had to leave the room. That was also back when Kenda would just sit in the room and watch and listen to us,
Right.
because the room was our living room, so there was nowhere she could escape. We didn't have our own production space. Yeah, we're doing at least 18 holes at Extra Life now.
Yeah, I'm
That's,
100% on board. That's going to
yeah,
be a game
I'll get
that
that
I
downloaded.
am curious about, me and you, because we haven't played it in so long. Are we going to remember all the tricks to get the hole-in-ones? Like, where
No
are all the
chance.
little... Oh, I bet you it's going to flood my brain. That it's going to be like, I don't remember anything. And then as soon as I'm up to putt, it's going to be like, oh, yeah, this.
It's gonna get
Yeah, like
the Jimmy Neutron brain blast animation.
Yeah.
Just-
once I see him again, yes, I might remember. Yeah.
Apparently, they're coming out with a Golf with Your Friends 2 already.
I mean, you say already. The game's been out at least 10 years.
Golf with Your Friends?
No, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be close. We started playing that back in, 18?
I mean, the
I don't know.
full
feel like it's
release
been out
of it
for a
was
while.
2020. So unless we were playing a early access, I don't think it was 2 years of
Which
early
we did.
access.
I was gonna say I know it was at least
it was-
5 years.
it was early
'cause
access for a
that
while.
was one of the first casual games that I started playing with the iRacing League when I joined. Was golf with your friends.
So what you're saying, Mike, is we need to actually just create 3D Ultra Mini Golf 2.
3.
Well,
2 exists,
Two
and
does-
then D existed.
it's kind of like, never mind. That's a very obscure reference. Not a single person here is going to get.
But yes, I kind of want to. I'm trying to, on the side, I'm trying to learn how to code Python, and I don't know. Then I kind of want to put that to work and maybe trying to make a game.
Are we going to
We'll
do
see.
it with Unreal Engine? What engine are we using?
No, we'll probably use Unity for that.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, it also depends on the pricing model. By the time we ever get around to it, and what Unity versus Unreal offers for pricing, we might, we might do Unreal because they're much more generous to indie devs, but it's also a much more hardcore, like a much more difficult engine to work in. Unity is good for that kind of game, so I don't know. We'll see. I gotta learn the code first, and then we'll figure out what engine we're gonna work in.
Shane, do you think if you created your mystical ball that you would actually even want to play golf anymore? Wouldn't that just suck all the fun out of it, just getting a hole-in-one every time?
Well, winning never sucks, but
No one would
I was
play
gonna say, I
against
think-
you. You
Wouldn't
wouldn't
it
be
depend
winning.
on if people knew about it?
if everybody had it and I made the $1 million, then yeah, that might kind of suck because then everybody
Yeah,
would
if
be
everyone
the same.
has it, then no one's playing against anybody.
Yeah,
you
that's a good
kill
point.
golf with this.
I say or your ball gets outlawed and suddenly you make 0 sales.
Well,
Right.
I've already. Oh wow! I have already retired from golf. I'm 1-0 in a 18-hole
Retired
game,
champion, undefeated.
and I don't know if I'll play again because I'll buy clubs and then use them once, and they're gonna sit in the garage, and I don't know if I want to spend that money, but probably at some point.
If he kills golf,
I mean, that's half the fun of golf is having a good set of clubs that sit in the garage that you never touch.
if he kills golf, would it be such a bad thing?
Isn't that the
Some
whole
of us
plot
like
of
golf.
Happy Gilmore 2?
Wait, Happy Gilmore
Is it?
2's already. Oh wait,
Huh?
What are you saying? I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2.
I haven't
Oh.
either.
The whole plot of Happy Gilmore 2 is someone else tries to reinvent golf with all new rules and all new stuff, and all the pros want to keep it the same golf that has existed forever. And so
Isn't that just Live Golf?
let's live golf.
It's the competitor to PGA Tour that started two or 3 years ago.
Do they have different rules?
Is
though?
that what this whole movie is like a
I mean,
point to?
not really. I think it's team play though. I think.
I
I don't know. I haven't watched the only golf I've watched in the last many years. I've watched a little bit of the Masters, and I watched that new Tomorrow Golf League that's like the indoor golf that Rory and Tiger started.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Where they tee off into a simulator and then they have like this mechanical green that can change shape, and like they place the ball around the green area depending on how their like simulator shots go, and like it was actually really fun to watch, partly because the golfers actually are relaxed and having fun and don't look like they have a stick up their ass the whole time. Like they're joking and laughing with each other, and like it actually looked like they were having fun. So it was then fun to watch. But that's the only golf I've watched.
Probably because they weren't taking it seriously.
Oh no, they were certainly taking it seriously, but they were having fun doing
People
it.
who take golf seriously are not jolly people.
I do think that's fair.
I don't know. I watched Happy Gilmore 2. If you haven't seen it, it's not great. It did something that I thought was kind of unique for a movie, to where the cameos weren't other actors. It was actually just golfers. He just got a bunch of big name golfers to be in his movie. And it's just like, okay, well that's cool, I guess, but the movie story sucks, so was it worth their time?
That's a very Adam Sandler plot, though. Like, as soon as you described it, I was like, yeah, that fits an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, like this guy, he basically tries to make real golf like the games we play. Like, there's one course that's just a forest, and you got to fight your way through the forest. And then one course is an ice level, and then one course has like the green on a mechanical or like a floating green that if you step on it, it rolls. And it's just like, okay, it's like a gamified version of golf, but in real life. That's like the whole thing that's trying to replace traditional golf. But it is one of those things that, going to Shane's I Want to Ruin Golf with a Magical Ball, is like, I think the thing with golf is that it is a consistent thing, that you can always come back to it. If you play it once every 5 years, it's the same thing, and it's just fun to get out there and swing a club. Like, I'm not good at golf, but I like to just go out there and swing a club. And if someone tried to gamify it even more for me, I'd be like, okay, well, I could just do this at home on my computer. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Well, they have gamified it. It's called Topgolf.
True.
That's what I was going to say, and I actually enjoy Topgolf a lot.
But you're not traveling. You're not going somewhere. You're not changing out your putters to try and get closer to a single hole. You're stationary in one place. Topgolf and golf simulators is a very similar experience, just what's the environment you're in.
Yeah, but you can play Angry Birds at Topgolf.
I'm talking about like a traditional 18 holes. You can't do 18 holes at Topgolf.
You can, actually.
Yeah, you
yes.
can.
I hate y'all.
Yeah. You can also play Angry Birds, which is what Kenda and I played last time we went there, and it was a lot of fun.
That's a
That'd
fun
be
one.
cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. My invention would be teleport pads, like what Stewie's got in Family Guy.
Like Star Trek, beam me up kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you just kind of carry it around in your pocket, throw it on the ground, and then you got a little remote control, or maybe it's a phone app or something, and you just boop, and then you go.
Now, does the pad come with you, or do you just have to buy thousands and thousands of pads?
No, the pad comes with you because that's how it. That's where the teleportation generates. I guess.
Does it just take you back to a home location? Like you just have like a home pad, and then you just have a portable one that just takes you back to where you need to go?
No, I mean you could select a location on a map or something, like drop a pin on Apple Maps.
So you just want the ability to fast travel.
Correct.
I was like,
I don't hate fast travel.
If you have the pad in your pocket and you teleport with it, wouldn't the pad stay behind?
No, you stand on the pad.
Uh-huh.
And then the pad and you teleport.
See, now I find myself on the other end where y'all are poking holes in my thing that wouldn't exist. That what's making the teleport happen? Because if the pad is making the teleport happen, wouldn't the pad have to stay behind because it's teleporting you?
Yeah, see, that's kind of where I was going with it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I was like, I'm with Mike. You're gonna need like 1,000 of these things.
At that point, why have a pad? Why not just have a bunch of cellular towers that you can transmit your matter through?
Well, I don't know the physics of how teleportation works.
Well, this is your $1 million idea. Figure it out.
Yeah, you get to work on that, and I'll get the tubes running. We'll come to a meeting in a year.
You come back to me when you get your tubes running and how people are going to actually flow through there without either suffocating or slamming into a wall. And I'll come back to you with how teleportation would work.
I bet you I could get a person to go through a tube a lot sooner than you can get someone to teleport. I'm just going to go ahead and say that out loud.
You're probably right, but this is my idea.
I don't know that he is.
If you find somebody small enough, you may be able to get them through the bank tube and win.
Somebody's ashes don't count.
I can just build a big enough tube and just suck somebody off.
What?
All right, put a frog in the bank tube and see what happens.
Well, see,
that's a great point. Find a bank that will let you use their tube and put a frog in it and see if the frog makes it out the other side.
Or if it comes back with collapsed lungs.
Right. Do you think
or if it's flat?
If we do it big enough, like a bank teller, because you have to put it in the little capsule thing, that's where the suction happens. If you stuck someone in a capsule and sent them through a tube, do you think that would be fine? Do you think they'd be okay?
Yeah, I think so. But then you run into your traffic predicament again. Like the whole point of the tubes was to cut down on traffic. If you start relying on something tangible that has to be there to facilitate the movement, then you kind of lose out on that, because then you're what are you going to wait for the tube to come back, or are you just going to have an infinite amount of tubes that have to cycle through?
It just sounds like you're inching closer and closer to something called the bullet train that already exists.
Yeah, but it's like a personal bullet train, like a one-man bullet train.
I've got one of those. It's called a car.
And my tube is the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Yeah, I'm not sold on yours. I would use brittles. I'm not sure I'm sold on yours yet, Austin.
Yeah,
I would use brittles too.
He would use
if I can teleport. Yeah,
I would use fast travel.
Well, I think the original idea isn't a bad idea. You would just need have you guys played Black Ops 1 Zombies?
Yeah.
You'd have to have a pad on both ends. And then you're going to fixed points. You couldn't go pick certain coordinates and be I want to go here. You had options to choose from, and then you just teleported in that area with pads.
Okay, nope. I'm changing my answer to the gun from Portal. I win.
Yeah. I don't know how well that's going to work though, because that doesn't have a great distance.
What was the range on it?
I mean,
I think
line of sight.
No, well, that's only to shoot it though. But you could leave if you had orange on one wall, you could walk out of line of sight and place blue.
Well, yeah, but
so he could have orange permanently on his wall at home, and then have just put blue wherever he wanted. But it basically means he can only go one place.
Well, it's one direct for you. The first thing I thought of, okay, if I'm going to use this in a practical way, I'm going to put one at home and one at work. Now everyone at work has immediate access to my house.
Put it in your locker.
What? Locker?
You don't have a locker at work?
I work at a. I was like, not all jobs have lockers. I work at a hospice care facility.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't want a hospice patient to just walk through and be in my house.
Is this something too white collar for my blue collar to understand?
I think so.
I mean, look, even when I worked blue collar jobs, I didn't have a locker.
I worked as an electrician. I didn't have a locker there. I mean, I don't know.
Or put it under your desk in the cubicle or something.
You don't just put your stuff on your toolbox?
Yeah.
You have a locker?
I don't actually have a locker, but
Like what the Jesus Christ.
Austin, fix this.
I can't. There is no fixing this. This is unfixable.
What is going on?
You
Put it in your
don't have a
locker.
locker.
I mean,
Well,
I
neither
don't
do
have a
I
locker.
don't have a locker.
I
I've had
think
a
I
locker
saw
at
a
previous
locker
job.
at the car dealership I worked at, but
Yeah,
it wasn't
see?
mine.
Well, no, of course it's not your locker. It's the property of the company.
I didn't put my things in it. I think it was for the mechanics. So, maybe that's where you're getting the locker idea from, but it doesn't sound like that now.
I had a
Was this
locker
the
at my old
military?
aviation job. I had a locker at my old aviation job. We had to put our stuff in there before we went into the
Called the Air Force?
No, at Dynamic Aviation where I did private work or private sector work. We had lockers because you couldn't take outside stuff into the aircraft hangar because FOD.
Well, okay, that I understand, but I think that is more of you have a clearance job.
People with
That's a
clearance
very
and-
specific example.
And
people
plus,
in the
that's
NFL
not a
can
blue
tell.
collar job.
You mean everybody doesn't have a locker? I don't have a locker, but you don't have a locker?
Yeah. Why don't you have a locker?
And why don't you have a locker? Everybody should have a locker at work. And
I can lock
that's
my
something
door.
I'll stand on. I'll stand on that business.
I have a locker. It's called my house.
All right. I say the best thing I could do is just put that portal on the back side of my door and just leave my door open and hope no one knows that that's back there.
Yeah, that'd work.
So glad we cleared this up. Anyway, thank you for listening to episode 18. I hope you got something out of this. Let us know. Do you have a locker at work? Because none of us do. Oh, Lord.
I'll put that as a poll on the podcast if you listen on Spotify. Please
God.
let us know.
Please let us know. Do you have a locker at work? Anyways, today we're in the middle of October, so we have a little over a month for our Extra Life 24-hour. That's what day again, Mike?
It is November 21st. So at the time
21st.
that this podcast releases, this will come out on the 3rd. We'll be 18 days away. So November 21st, 7 p.m. It'll be on our Twitch and our YouTube, twitch.tv/roundaboutpro and youtube.com/@RA_pro gaming. We also stream weekly on those. So, you don't have to wait for Extra Life to come hang out with us. Join us most Fridays, occasionally a Thursday, and when we do live streams. But yeah, Extra Life coming up soon. It's going to be, we got a lot of good stuff. This is year 10. And Brittle's getting shot with a ton of paintballs. Austin is shaving his head. I'm getting my chest waxed. That's just a small taste of the punishments coming our way when you donate and hit certain milestones. So yeah, a really, really good time. We're really looking forward to it. 24 straight hours of video games and comedic nonsense.
Shane, do you know what our socials are?
Yeah. If you rewind about 20 seconds, you can get them.
That was where we stream.
Oh,
What's our socials?
Hang on, let me Google it.
What's our socials?
You can find us on X at @RA_pro gaming. You can find us on Instagram at @roundabout_pro. You can find us on Threads and Blue Sky. Just search for Roundabout Gaming because I don't remember specifically what they are there. We're also on Facebook if you want to find us there. Again, like, subscribe, comment, review, rate, 5 stars, 100%, whatever you want to do here. It helps us a lot, helps us get discovered so we can bring more eyeballs to our Extra Life stream. That's the number one goal. Yeah, thanks for helping out.
Yeah, appreciate y'all listening, and we will see y'all next, or I guess we'll talk to y'all next week. You might hear us next week. I don't know how this works.
If you join the stream, you can see us.
You can see us. You can see Mike, and then you can see our characters, but
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
you can see a lot of Mike.
You can see me, and then if you watch the extra live stream, you can see all of us. except for Shane.
Everybody. Shane won't be
If
there.
you go watch our 12-hour though, you can see that is our 12-hour extra live stream we did back in August is on our YouTube. You can watch the VOD of it. You can see Shane there. He was featured quite prominently in the 12-hour. So yeah, check us out. Like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you like, don't like, especially about this podcast. Helps us get feedback and do a better job.
Help us buy lockers. Anyways,
Yeah, help us buy lockers.
thank you, and we will see y'all next time.
When we build Roundabout headquarters, should we have lockers?
No.
Yes.
That's a stupid idea.
What am I going to lock away from the rest of you?
What are we going to put in there?
It doesn't matter. Just the fact that you have it is nice. Is a nice feeling.
Is it? If you don't put anything in it, I think we need baseball style lockers. Anyway, we'll see you next time.
Is that where we're going to store our car keys?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I walked around with everything in my pocket.
Because I'm afraid, actually, you know what? No, Shane will be there. I think I need to lock my keys away. No, you got a valid point.
What does that mean?
See you later.